Hey folks, we're going to talk today about my continuing quest to turn one of these really cheap, high-speed $2 or $3 Southern Pacific dummy units with those terrible metal hook couplers into a dummy unit that is actually will run, has proper couplers, and the trucks will actually turn more than about 5 degrees. So if you pick one of these up at the at a train show or something, you know, they're okay for yard filler. And in my earlier videos, I talked about how you can turn them into, you know, a real patch over, like we saw, put the faded paint on. I turned mine into a Rio Grande GP 60, properly numbered 3155. But it never ran right. It couldn't go more than just down straight track, and you couldn't run it with other engines other than like for a static photo. But if you have one of these guys, what you want to do, take this bottom piece off, just unscrew that, and that'll separate your chassis from your frame. Now this is the one that I already tore apart on the making that Alco RS11. But what I did for the Rio Grande here is took the hook couplers, just snipped them off, snipped off both sides, just like there and there. They're metal and they're actually attached, so you want to snip them off with something good and sharp. And then to remove the trucks, just squeeze together. Squeeze those together and then push them through. And then what I did on the trucks was there is a little piece. Let me pop this one out. Now that's actually a truck from another one. But you'll see that there's a couple little pieces like here and here that prevent the truck from moving very much at all. I snip those off, and it allows the truck to actually spin as much as a normal engine or dummy would. Snipped off that piece there, snipped off that piece there, just with my handy little dikes. Pop those back on. Then to get proper couplers on there, I took, again, just my little handy little Cabela's multi-tool, and I just hogged that out a little bit. I just took out maybe, gosh, I don't know, maybe a 1/16 of an inch on either side, just kind of like, didn't even bother cutting, just twist a little bit off and off. Hogged out that opening a little bit more so that I was able to go into my parts bins or get my little odds and ends, trucks, couplers and such, and find a couple loose normal couplers that'll work, and then just put a tiny bit of of glue, used to oil and things up, a little bit of glue here and here, and I simply push those in each way, and then I snapped the body back in. I had to finagle the couplers just a little bit because they extended out or actually in just a little bit, and this piece wouldn't snap right in. So I had to push them a little bit farther out, more than I would want to, but that's okay. I mean, it's just going to be a dummy, but I want to be able to run MU'd with other. And so that's there, that's there. It still allows the frame to mate upright, just like it does on the unmolested one there. And then we're going to let all that dry. Try not to use too much glue because I had previously put some Aspen Gold there to turn this into an actual GP60. Good old, I'll give a shout out to Micro Scale Decals. Just one of their little sheets for their Jeeps. Did just right. Cut them out, put them on the side. Like I said, it's not beautiful. It's not a rivet counter, but it cost me like $2 or $3 at a car show. I think like $6.75 for the set of decals. And then I just had the little bits of couplers and that laying around. Still got this one to show for my later trains. And we've got this guy for yard filler. I'll put him back together. And then when this dries, we're going to go up and run it around, see how it looks.